Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And this is video 5 in our Wizard School series or book. And we're starting with signature 2 today. Now, I haven't stamped the papers yet. I've been using this just kind of a stone brick looking pattern crackle and just doing it around the edges. You're only going to see 1/8 of an inch, and then you have to do it down the centers as well. These will be our two pages in our signatures, which will make 8 pages plus 1 coffee dyed paper, so that'll be 12 pages in each signature. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside so I remember to do it. And we're going to be starting with page 9. And because we're going to keep numbering them all the way through so that when I take pictures for the videos, then I will know what's what. We've been doing them in order, and I think we'll continue doing that even though we're constructing them off the page and then just paper clipping them to the page. Let me set this aside for a second. This is signature 1 completed. I went through and added stuff to the coffee dyed pages. I went back and finished up any pockets or cards that I might need, except for I need to put tabs on these, I think. I was going to put them on a carrier card, and I may still do that, but we've got our opposites, but I forgot that I need to put some pockets on the back, one on each of these. So I need to go back and do that, so I guess I better leave this out. And then I went through and I put some stuff on this coffee dyed paper. And then this is our page with our charm, which is our back page. And then our card. I don't remember if I put that in or not. It's a big photo with a frame. It was part of one of the bigger pages that I cut up. And then page 8. Page 8 is the back, and that was the triangle belly band that we made. So I do need to go back and finish that one, so I'm going to leave it out so I don't forget. And we're not going to use signature covers, as you can see. Whoops. If I were to, I tried to fold a piece of paper around it, and it stuck out pretty far. But that was because it was just one of the kit papers, and then I remembered that we had left borders around them and they were too short. So I'm going to go back and look at our 8.5 by 11 borderless prints and see if one of those will go around, because that's the same size as our outside papers. And so we may still have a signature cover, but I think this looks fine. There's no rule that says you have to have a signature cover. And I'm not sure I really want the first page to be kind of, you know, blank or whatever. So now we're going to go on, and we're using weathered wood when we stamp around the edges of the paper for the signatures. Then the rest of it we're using gathered twigs as usual. This page is going to have a magnet. This is our paper for the page. Oops. My camera is messed up. And then we're going to put 2 flaps on, and then we're going to bypass magnets for that, and we're going to strap them down. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it won't be too thick. And I'm not sure how we're going to run this strap. I think we're going to run it across. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So I've cut and inked the paper off camera. Did I ink this? I don't think I did. Nope. Sorry about that. I thought I had done it. Okay, so there's our paper. And I have set aside the papers that I want for the fronts of the flaps, and I've already cut the flaps for pockets, and then I went ahead and inked them off camera. So let's start with the first flap. In the instructions I had put them down on the paper, but I'm wondering if it wouldn't be easier to paper them before we put them down. So let's do the first one. They're both going to be on the right side, so we need to mark them just for reference for directional pictures, top and top. And then let's do that on this one. I already cut one once and cut the flap off instead of cutting the side for a pocket, so we'll use that one for a pocket somewhere. Okay, so this is going to be the front, and I didn't think this pen was going to fit, but it is. So we're going to measure it and cut it. We're going to measure it with the border like usual. That's why I went ahead and cut it for the pocket first and then inked it. And we'll only be able to get one side of an envelope out of one paper, one half of a page. These envelopes are a little bit bigger. I believe they're A2s, which are invitation size envelopes. Yeah, I think it is easier without them being attached to the paper. This is the back flap. Okay, I'm going to glue it on right side up. She says confidently. I haven't set aside the papers for page 6. If we get that far, then we will pause. I will pause and figure out what I'm going to do on page 6. I mean, 10. I don't know why I said 6. Okay. And then the pocket is going to be on this side. And then the pocket backs are going to be these two papers. So let's get the pen on this one, so let's use the books. We're going to do this one the opposite way. We want to have the books on there, so we're going to measure it this way. I'm going to cut it across this way so we can use this as a pocket later. Not on this page, but on other pages. Both of these will make good pockets. We're going to be doing a pocket page. Maybe we'll do that next. And so those two will work. They're already the width of the page. I think I can probably throw these away. So it's 6:30 in the morning. That's late for me to start recording. I posted today's Halloween and trick or treat. I am starting a new series tomorrow, which is my giant Christmas lap book. So you'll be seeing this after that series is published, but I encourage you to go back and see it because I think you'll enjoy doing it. It is a 15 video series, but it is a complete 4-section lap book with obviously 4 covers and 3 spines. It's a doozy. I do say so myself. Now we're going to use acetate pockets, and the reason we're going to do that is so we can see our images here, and then that leaves writing space on the top once you take the card out. And we'll make cards for that. I'll do that off camera. I'll also add the acetate pockets off camera. Okay, so there's one, which is our bottom flap. And this is 2, which is going to be our front flap. So we're going to measure this. And it's actually going to hold this image as well. So I was happy about that. I found my pen, or pencil, it was next to my laptop. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I may have to buy some more glue. I would like to thank, and I can't remember her name, I feel bad, one of our viewers for sending me some Fabri-Tac off of my Amazon wish list for Sweet Pea papers. The link is below the video. It helps support the video. This ink is $13 a bottle. So, and you know I don't charge for the videos and I don't sell my books. So, that's one of the ways that I can afford to keep making videos. So that's my sales pitch. I don't have an Amazon shop. I don't have enough in affiliate commissions. At the bottom of the PDFs, there's a whole list of products that I use that with links. So I do make a little bit off of that if you get something off that list. Okay, we want this bottle. I think we are going to get to that, to page 6. We'll have a nice pocket with writing and some little bats on it. So, believe it or not, I may have to actually reprint some of these book pages. It's amazing to me. I made 48 of them. Of course, a few of them can't really be used because of the image. We're going to try to cut around some of them. And I'd like to put just an image page in. I may make one of the coffee dyed papers into those. One of those. I have a lot of ephemera. The only gripe I have about the whole kit is that the ephemera is all in tan or that blue-gray. Nothing's really, you know, the fussy cuts, I mean. Nothing's really colored, which I think would perk up the kit. They have the brighter, like on these bottles, you know, well, those are tan. Bad example. But there are colors in the kit. I'll put that on crooked. Okay, so these are done. So now we can put them on the page. When you ink it, make sure you ink this part and this part. That's the bottom one, so we're going to put that one on first. And it's going to go here. I'm putting it right along the glue line. We're going to line it right up with the top. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to stagger it down a little bit and line it up with the bottom. This just needs to be enough glue to hold it on and be able to move it around a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be like that. Normally we would, let's move that back just a little bit. Take into account for this envelope. Let's use our bone folder. Double check for glue on the inside. Right here, there's just a little bit right there. Okay, and then we have these images on the back, and we'll put the acetate pockets on. We're going to put an acetate pocket across here. And I forgot to print out the stationery. So I'll do that before we do page 6. I mean, jeepers criminy. Page 10. Now, which one looks better? This one with the bottles, this one with the books. I kind of like that one. So we're going to make a strap plus a 1/2 inch so that we can fold it over underneath. There's a little bit of glue there from... Okay, so this is, it's not 5.5, but it's 5 1/4 and a smidge because of the envelope. So if we made it 5 3/4, that should be enough. Okay, another good pocket. Score it at a 1/2. Should have trimmed these a little bit shorter for the pockets. We are going to put tabs on the cards, but we're not going to put charms. Oh, we could put charms. It's the front page. Huh. This will be this on the back. We'll take a scrap. Now with this, holding this down, I think I'm going to use 2 magnets. And then let's see. I think maybe I'll use this on the back. Oh, look at that, it's the same size, for a little tuck or something to cover the magnets. Okay, so let's glue this on. I knew it was going to be a little thick, and we don't have the cards in there yet. Wonder if I should wait to do the magnets. Because I'm not really sure where I should put them, you know, on the flap itself. Okay, so then we want to put this in the middle. We just want to cover where it overlaps, and that will hold the whole thing shut. That's upside down. I scored it on the wrong side. Well, these are right side up. Alright, so that's going to go across the middle. See, that could have been a little bit longer. So we did 5 3/4. So if I did 6, I really like this paper better. I have another scrap. How wide do we want it? How wide was this? So let's cut that. I marked it on this side because it was easier to see. That's the only reason. There was no other particular reason. Okay, then we want to, oh, it was a good thing I hadn't inked it either. I'm going to make it 6. And we're going to score it at 1/2. Don't mind my bruise. And we want to go ahead and do it the full 1/2 and not 1/4 because it's going to be holding all that down. We want to make sure it's glued down really good, really well, glued down really well. If we were using just one magnet, we've got some round ephemera that we could have used instead of, you know, making a tuck. But I kind of like having the tuck anyway. Or the small sideways pocket, whichever way you want to call it. I wonder, I think I'll round the corners. I think. Yeah, that looks better. And we'll ink it. Yeah, this is only 30 minutes. Of course, now we haven't done the cards or anything. I'll be doing all that off camera. So, you know, I'll be doing the cards and the pockets. I don't know why I was checking which side to ink. I have to ink the whole thing. But I really think once we put the magnets and stuff, or the cards in, we're going to need 2 magnets to make sure it holds it down. Okay. Let's glue this side. Which really means 4. That'll mean we have 2 on the back side of the page. And we will need to glue this down pretty good. Come on, glue, come out. Now it's too long. Oh, well, by the time we get the cards in, is it going to be that thick? do the glue again. Is that crooked? Yeah, see, that makes like a little gusset there. Probably a better plan anyway. It's still a smidge long, but I think I'm going to wait to put the 2 magnets on until I put the cards and stuff in here. And I think I will put charms on them. That will be nice, I think. Okay, let me put you on hold. All right, this is how this one turned out once I finished everything up. Oh, I forgot to print the stationery, so I'll leave this page out. But we're going to have this, and I'll probably put something on there when I'm going through the ephemera. And that's going to open with the 2 magnets. I put the 2 magnets on, and then I covered them with a pocket. And put the magnets on the same way we do the other ones, with a piece of tape. Okay, and then I inked the pocket, and I rounded the corners of the pocket to match the tab, which I wish I had waited until I glued the pocket on, but it was all right. Then this is the front of the first flap. Here's the card with the tab, and the back with the acetate pocket with the card, and then the front of this one with the image, and then the card with the tab, the acetate pocket with the card, and then the acetate pocket back here, which is going to hold a piece of ephemera. Stationery. I know why I waited. My coffee dry paper isn't dry, or coffee dyed paper isn't dry. I cannot speak now that I've come back. I'm speechless. So you can see about how far apart the 2 magnets are on this in the front. I'm glad I used 2 magnets. Now this one, these are the scraps from the tops when we were cutting out these papers. We cut them off on the front and on the back. So these are the 4 papers that we had left over, and I just wanted to see if this would work, and I ended up with the page laid out for us. So all we're going to do is make some stuffed pockets, and all we have to do is glue them on, and we're not going to glue them to where they're not glued at the bottom and the top pocket is that long. We're going to go ahead and glue the bottoms of each pocket, and then that way each one will only be yay deep. Okay, so let's flip these over, and then I thought I marked, yeah, where this one is going to go. So I basically did the page. I got a little carried away once I saw a bird just flew into my window. Oh no. I heard it cawing and making a bunch of noise, and then all of a sudden I heard gravel on my window. I think it was gravel. Hope it was gravel that he landed and it wasn't the bird. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and glue it on all 3 sides, just like you would a regular pocket. And then we're just going to make it line up where we want. They're already the right width. Okay. You want to get them straight, because once you go off on one, then the rest of them are going to be crooked too. Now, it's going to be easy to make these straight because all you have to do is line up the edges. Okay? So now let's glue this one. Like I said, this page is going to go by super duper fast. So this is a good way to use your scraps. These are the scraps from the page before. They don't look exactly like the pages before, because they're the tops of pages that don't look anything like the pages we used. I made a little mark there too. I did such a good job laying them out. I decided to want to be able to see the eyeglasses. It's a little deceiving because of the tan around the edge there. If you have to, there's a little bit of a something or other. So I'll go back and trim that real, I can't believe something as simple as gluing on a pocket, and I got it a little bit crooked. Looks straight across the top, and the edges are lined up. Well, obviously the edges aren't lined up. And then you just stuff it full of ephemera tags and stuff like that. That's why this is called a stuffed pocket and not a stacked pocket, even though they are kind of stacked on top of each other. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. You want to keep them about the same. Actually, I can move this down just a little bit. Could measure 1 3/4 inches. That can't be right. Inch and 5/8. That's 1.5 inches. So I could actually move this one down a little bit. That way we'll get to see more of that little image. There's a little touch of glue right there. Okay, I guess that means I had it crooked if there's only glue on one side, huh? Then this one I inked all the way around. Well, I inked all of them all the way around because I wasn't sure which one I was going to use on the bottom. So I went ahead and inked them all. That ring fit me yesterday when my hands were swollen. And we'll put this one at the bottom. And that should be about right. Yeah, this one's a little short. It's too late to pull it up. That's all right. With all the stuff stuffed in there, you won't see it. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and I'm thinking, that will not work, because I don't want to turn it sideways. I want the owls to be sideways. All the pieces I have are them sideways. You can use this scrap from the front page. I was thinking of putting a tuck along the bottom, or, oh, that's why I had the owls out. I'm going to put a piece across here. I do not like that. I think I'll just put some ephemera right here. And that's all there is to this page. You can just stuff it full of ephemera. So this is going to be signature 2. Since I haven't made the papers yet, I can't paper clip them in. Signature 2, page 10. Video 5. The video 5 part is just for my reference. Page 10. And this could be left or right. Okay? So that's all there is to that page. It's just a way to use up your scraps. And we used these on the page before, but they don't look like the page before. So it doesn't look like you're making 2 pages the same right in a row. And so in this video, we've gotten these 2 pages done. And that'll be it for this video. And I will see you in the next video. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.